Welcome back. I'm Kelsey Fabian. Russ Green joins me this morning, and Russ is here to talk about a recent film that just wrapped up from the waters of Thunder Bay.
That's right.
So who was here?
Well, it was a film company from the United Kingdom, and they are doing sort of an adventure and a show that revolves around diving, but they go literally around the world and solving mysteries. One is a shipwreck, but there are others as well. And what's really interesting is they could have gone anywhere, and they came to Thunder Bay to do the Shipwreck show.
All the way from the UK. That's
Absolutely.
amazing. And what shipwreck were they looking at?
They looked at the Cornelia B. Windiet, which sunk in 1875 in 190 feet of water right off of Presqu'île. It's beautiful. It's completely intact, sitting on the bottom. And that's really the mystery. It is so well intact that the clues on how and why it sank are really tough to kind of suss out. And it was the show. And they had a great dive team that looked for clues, and then we'll try and tell the story and maybe solve the mystery.
And where is this shipwreck located in Thunder Bay?
It's just north of us, yep. And so it's only about 5 miles out of Presqu'île, which is incredible. So it's actually pretty easy to get to. It's a tough dive. It's a technical dive. You need some extra gear and training, and you'll breathe some different gases rather than what you would breathe on a normal scuba dive. But this team, incredible, and I think legitimately we can say that the cameramen and the people that were filming this underwater are world-class divers. I mean, and they came to Thunder Bay specifically to look at the shipwrecks we have.
And how long were they here for?
They were here for about a week. There was a team of 5. They actually filmed in the Heritage Center. They used the big schooner there as a prop, and they did a reenactment. They did some kayaking. They rented kayaks. They stayed in town. They were here for a week, and at the end of it, they were thrilled with the way that they were treated in town. Everyone was accommodating, and it was always when they said, geez, can we go there and film, or can we bug you and ask you this question? And to a person in Alpena, they said, yeah, absolutely, we can help. And that impressed them the most.
Yeah, I'm sure, and that's really nice that they got to take in Alpena and got to do lots of things here. Did you get to be interviewed at all? Were you a movie star in this documentary?
For 20 seconds, I guess. A couple of us in the sanctuary were able to get on camera. We helped with research, we helped with logistics, and kind of helped set things up for them to make it easier when they get here.
Did you guys go out and dive with them, or do they have their own dive team?
They have their own dive team, and they rented a charter boat. We've done programs where we've done some diving. We didn't unfortunately, on this one, because it would have been great. But they got some tremendous footage. It's early in the year, so the visibility is great, and it should be a good show. And what's really interesting is it will air in the UK, but the minimum number of people that it'll reach will be about 1.5 million viewers. The host of the show is a pretty well-known celebrity in the UK, and if it gets picked up internationally, it could be as many as 50 million viewers. So it's good exposure for the area and for what we're doing here.
Yeah, that's great. And when do they expect the film to be out?
It'll probably be a year or more to kind of get it all together. They still need to shoot a couple of their programs for the series, and so it'll be a little bit.
And you had said it was a 4-part series, correct?
Yeah.
And where else are they going? Do you know?
They've shot 2. We're the second one, and they've been to Japan. Was another one where there's an archaeological site. What they think is an archaeological site. Well, it's clearly an archaeological site, but they're not sure if it's man-made or how it got there and what its function is. But it's sort of an underwater temple. It's in really shallow water, but no one's quite sure what its purpose was or how old it is. And so that's another one of the shows.
And have they been here before?
They haven't. One diver had, actually 2 of the divers had, and what was really interesting as well is National Geographic was here 2 years ago, and one of the cameramen for that show was thrilled with what he saw here, went back home to the UK, and when they were drumming up the series and pitching it to the network and trying to sell it, this guy said, I've got a place we got to go. It's Thunder Bay, it's the Shipwreck. Convinced the host to pitch it to the people that make the decisions, and they said, that's great, let's do it. And so really word of mouth in this very small network of divers and producers and documentary makers, well, the word is out. And these divers are kind of speaking and selling Thunder Bay and Alpena on our behalf. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, Thunder Bay seems like a happening spot.
It is. And the shipwrecks are the draw, but then people get here and they experience the town, they experience all the great things that are going on. And it's a success story.
So when you guys got the call that they wanted to come and film this, I'm sure that was super exciting for everyone at the sanctuary.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're sort of making a name for ourselves where we can help a lot with these things. We're getting more experience with handling film crews. We know what they need, where they want to shoot, what the segments might look like, what they need for interview pieces. And
getting international publicity?
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, and we can kind of grease the skids for them when they get here, and they like that.
All right, well, that's super exciting.